Hello, and welcome back to the stream. I am your host for the day, I guess, Mooney, and today we will be streaming the story mode of Honkai Star Rail once again. Just in case you are a little bit new to joining us, we are currently at, exploring the new story update of Honkai Star Rail, and we're looking around and enjoying the new world, the Greek mythology or Greek-themed world, Emphorius, the Eternal Land. Now, before we really get into our thing, let's just claim a few rewards that I recently was able to redeem. There's a whole bunch of stuff here. So put in a bunch of jades. This looks good. What is treasure gadget? And okay, I'll check it out later. Now let's see what's up with the dailies. Got some assignment. Happy to do. I use the Omni synthesizer. I'll just synthesize what it is. The last time we played this game, it was us landing on this planet and discovering some new characters and slowly figuring out what it's about. One of the things that really caught my eye was that there are some locations where it seemed like we were flickering back between the past and the present, which I thought was really cool. And we also showcased one of the teams that I had built, my break effect team with Boot Hill over here, the guy that you can see kind of playing around with his phone. Now, today I want to try a different team, right? Today we're gonna go for a different flavor of strategy. There are, in this game, lots of different strategies you can employ if you want to play the game. Now, this team up here, not him, because I just put him here because I love him, but it's usually her, make up for what is known as a break effect team. The damage you do when you weakness break an enemy. It's a mechanic in the game. The next team that I want to try today is the follow-up team, right? So we're gonna have our DPS, which is Fei Xiao, and we're gonna have March 7th, the Hunt version, and we're gonna have Aventurine as a sustained character, and as for support, we're gonna bring up Robin. Ta-da! This is a team that I like to lovingly call the cutscene simulator, and when we get into battle, you will very likely see why that is. This team is not so dependent on weakness breaking enemies. Beja is going to be the main DPS, with March serving as a sub DPS and Aventurine the sustained character, along with just providing a little bit of DPS on the sides. And then there's Robin, who is a great support for these three and also does do a little bit of damage on her own. Now, that said, last we left off, we kind of saved the city from well, I say we did it, but a lot of characters and us saved the city from an attack. And now let's see what happens next. I'll be streaming.
Here at Marmorial Palace, Archima's public baths.
Sorry, let me just listen to what she has to
Normally,
say.
this place would be much livelier.
Okay, so I'm gonna be streaming until either a couple of hours ago or the next major story update. Also, hey, look at this! We can walk on the water. Okay, I gotta see what it's like when we attack. Okay, cool. Ooh, you can actually make ripples. That's pretty cool. How about Aventurine? Oh, nice. Maybe Robin? Yo, that's so cool. What the heck? Do y'all see this? That is nice. The way that the sea just parts a bit is just excellent. I love that. Wow. Now, there is something she can do. Let's try running as Fei Zhao. Okay, so massive attacks don't necessarily produce massive ripples. That's fine. It's just a little experiment. Anywho, let's see what the story has for us left next.
This is a good place for our chat.
Yeah, so we're talking to Aglaya and trying to learn a little bit about this planet and what it's all about. Like
Both
what's
of
going
you
on
are new
here.
here, so it's only natural to be confused about the prophecy, titans, and crisis
I hope
points
that
that
my
are missing
voice
from
is
logic.
okay. I think that last time I got some
Ready?
comments that it was a little
Or shall I
quiet, but
anticipate before I
it
tell
seems to
you
be
more?
alright.
The bath sprites are excited to begin. This bath contains spirit water that has been blessed by the ocean titan. It can guide you back into the distant past. Go ahead, step in, and listen to what the comforting ripples have to say.
Take your shoes off first, though, right? You have to get into the water.
If it'll make you feel better, I can avert my gaze.
I don't really. By the way, this little guy next to me, that's the tusk pig. Sorry, tusk pier. He's like a tapir, but related to sleep and dreaming. Like a little pet.
Quiet your thoughts. Feelings are far more honest than words and can better satisfy your curiosity. Close your eyes and feel the warm ripples of water embrace you. Feel the delivery of this account from the seas. The spirit water shall show you Amphorius's distant and recent past.
Hmm. Hey,
Before everything began, the world was in chaos. Three gods conceived space, time, and laws, laying down the cornerstones of life for all beings.
since this is Honkai Star Rail, this whole thing, I know that it's supposed to be Amphorius's past, but I can't help but wonder whether this has any reflections or bearings towards how the world actually did, or the universe actually came into being in the Honkai Star Rail universe, right? I say this because Hoyoverse has, in a lot of their games, had a thing where they like to use stories to mirror other stories. So perhaps the origin of Amphorius could be very similar to the origin of the entire universe. Just a thought. Like, for instance, if you take a look at this, just theorizing here, a, a god that could be conceiving law could be who the equilibrium, right? Time could be terminus the finality, and space, perhaps remembrance, but more likely Enna the order. And to think about.
Three more gods formed the skies, the earth, and the ocean, creating a nursery for the seedlings of life to mature.
Now for this, it's a little bit harder to pick out Star Rail gods that coincide with specific, or eons that coincide with specific things here, right? The closest I can come to is that perhaps the Earth could be uh, Yaosha, the abundance. But if you look at Greek mythology specifically, though, the sky is the earth and the ocean. That's Zeus, Hades, and Poseidon right there.
Then came Kephalu, throne of worlds, and the father of all people. They walked the face of the earth, delighted by the creations of their fellow gods, though also lamenting at the bare solitude of the gods. And so, they made clay figures in their likeness, and allowed their golden blood to course through these creations, bestowing the breath of life upon them.
Golden blood is interesting for me for two reasons. First of all, it um, reminds me of the Greek mythological concept of ichor, right? Which is like the blood of the gods, which is supposedly gold. But there's also golden blood used in Honkai Star Rail specifically as a metaphor for Nanook, the destruction.
The wise ripen fruits from a flowering tree, granting reason to these clay beings, allowing them to learn and reflect.
By the way, can I just say that there is like very low percent chance that any of this is actually referring to anything related to Attack on Titan. So let's perish the thought. Just thought I'd put that out there. Second thing is Cersei's, right? Uh, this name reminds me of the sorceress from story of Odysseus, the Odyssey, called Circe. There, she gave some food to sailors and turned them into pigs. It was a whole thing. Anyway, let's continue.
Curiosity propelled the dignified Nestia to confer
Nestia.
upon them an eye for beauty and a desire for love, teaching them to revere their beauty.
What is this, Idrilla? Idrilla, the Paeon of Beauty.
With that, the first humans were born.
I'm pretty sure there are a lot of people who would pick this one because they hate it when these cutscenes go on for longer than a minute, but y'all, don't come crying to me when like you're in the last act of the story and you're like, who is that? Who's that? How did we get here? Like, it is interesting. People worked on it. Let's give it some time, yeah?
All forms of life thrived, and civilizations sprouted one after the other. Disasters and suffering were unheard of in this world. Landforms did not erode with time, nor did humans age or die. Not until the three calamities fell upon the world: trickery, strife, and death. Their descent burst open the short period of prosperity, as though it were nothing more than a dewdrop. The black tide swallowed the world whole, inundating it in blood.
A comment I want to make right now is that I actually think this voice actor, even if they're just voicing like an unnamed bath sprite, is doing a great job. I love this gravelly quality of the voice. And hey, look at that. Calyx is back in the chat. That's what YouTube recaps are for. Sure. I mean, I can suppose that is a valid option, but like, you know, you can't substitute that for paying attention. But anyway, there's a comment I want to make here. This idea of a black tide that swallowed the world whole, inundating it in blood, right? If you look at some of the other lore in this game, such as, for example, the swarm disaster in Simulated Universe, it talks about how once upon a time there was this eon known as Tazaronth, the propagation. Basically, this one was the eon of propagation, of creating offsprings, of propagating itself, right? And put it another way, more simply, it was the eon of reproducing bugs, lots and lots of bugs known as the swarm. And the disaster that these giant bugs of all sizes caused was known as the swarm disaster. And looking at some of the content that we have about it, like Firefly's trailer, like some of the lore that's already in the game, descriptions as well, it kind of seems like the swarm was so all-encompassing that it was like a black tide of buzzing insects that just went from one world to the other, consuming it, right? And I'm wondering whether Emphorus itself suffered something similar. Because this black tide that swallowed up the world, inundating it in blood, really gives me swarm vibes.
Fear permeated every corner of the world like a plague, inebriating mankind far more easily than Ambrosia could. Mortals took up arms against one another, waging war in the name of the gods, marking the beginning of a tumultuous age.
This is interesting. The thing that really caught my eye here is the word ambrosia. Ambrosia is, in Greek mythology, a kind of specialized food or drink for the gods. I'm not entirely sure which it is off the top of my head.
Enveloped the earth and hid the firmament in shadows, ensnaring every living being. The divine war only led to one shattered world on its death march toward destruction.
How do I pick up all the Greek anecdotes? Well, it's because I am a really big fan of Greek mythology in general. So, like, when they mention things, it's just me kind of speculating, like, could this be this? Could this be that? Also, I want to make a interesting note here. The wrath of the gods enveloped the earth and hid the firmament in shadows, right? So, I believe that this is a kind of old-timey way of referring to space, the sky, the firmament, right? And basically, it's saying that, like, when people started, killing each other in the name of the gods decided that, okay, we're gonna close off this planet from the rest of the universe. Just cut them off, and ensnaring every living being, the divine war only led to one outcome, a shattered world on its death march towards destruction. Now, I think this is an interesting term, right? Towards destruction, because in Honkai Star Rail you have the Eon of Destruction Nanook. So I'm wondering whether the third path that, this world is involved in is destruction. But anyway, look at this. These are the options for people who are struggling with this lore, but me, I'm just eating it up, so, and then?
Is something wrong? This sprite is only halfway through the story, but I seem to be detecting some distress and unease.
Haha, purple prose is a term for, is a kind of fancy term for yapping. This history is way too convoluted. Okay, I'll just click this one.
Perhaps the words are too cryptic for you.
It's not! Give me an option to continue. I want to hear this.
That's fine. We can try a different approach. You'll be glad to know that bath sprites have mastered the art of catering to the needs of others.
Alright.
Take my suggestion, bath sprites. Please narrate the story in a style.
She's using some power. You can see because the screen is a bit distorted.
Okie doke, make yourself comfortable.
Oh, come on!
History class on Amphorius.
Dude, I actually like the previous... Okay, whatever. I guess, like, I might be a minority among gacha players. Sure, let's hear it.
Hey, no butting in. Class is still ongoing. Where did I stop the last time? Oh, right. Amphorius started off as a ball of chaos.
Come on, how is this better? Okay, let's just keep going.
The three fate titans wrote laws to govern the world. Another three foundation titans created the earth, ocean, and skies. And the different three creation titans designed and gave life to human beings, like you and me.
They're just simplifying everything they just said.
But three baddie titans
Baddie.
snuck in,
Oh, come on.
bringing a terrible, horrible disaster with them.
I hope y'all happy. Like, I'm not speaking to anyone in the chat right now. I'm just saying that I hope y'all gacha players are happy because this apparently is what they think you're capable of. Terrible, horrible disaster.
Hungry, and no one was willing to give in. Their followers then decided to do the same, fighting and killing each other.
Yeah, no, we've been over this.
Everyone fought for a really, really long time, disturbing and hurting all people living in the world. Until one day,
Something
happened.
big.
A prophecy appeared on Amphorius. Something no one saw coming. The tripartite prophecy says there is only one way to stop this war.
Tripartite. I wonder what that means.
Assemble a band of heroes powerful enough to take on the 12 titans and reignite their core flames. Only then will their divine wrath abate and peace return to the world. We know this band of heroes by a certain name. Any guesses? That's right!
A crisis airs, so 12 heroes.
So, here's the takeaway. Eat well and train well, so you can grow up into a powerful hero and do your part for Amphorius!
Is something else wrong? Is that so? Looks like you're a bit hard to please. Trusting and perceptive at the same time. Rough patch. That's a mild way to put it.
Her accent is really odd to my ears because I feel like it's partially British. Like, sometimes the words just don't sound quite British at all.
I suppose the things that are common
Like,
knowledge to
suppose
us
is
is
quite
just a
British.
baffled mess to you. If we want to straighten out the threads of this world, perhaps I should explain things to you myself.
Yes, please.
I seem to hear a note of pity in that question. Perhaps you find us to be weak and defenseless.
I don't want to insult this voice actress. I'm sure she's doing her best, and we love to see her in the game. And her voice itself sounds good. But I'm gonna go like for the voice director on this one. It seems like the voice director told this voice actress to speak like you're imitating a British accent, like you can't fully do it. It's very odd.
We can move on to the problem at hand, now that both of you have some understanding of Amphorius's history. Come with me.
Where we going? All right. Also, Calyx, if you're still here, welcome back. Nice to see you around here again.
Please, give me a moment. The way up from here leads to a bath that the Council granted exclusively to the Chrysos heirs. The bath is strictly off-limits to anyone other than the heirs. I'm willing to make an exception, considering you're guests from beyond the sky. But if I were to bring both of you in at once, I'd be blatantly disrespecting our traditions. You have a very considerate partner.
I guess it's not so bad if you break the tradition only once or something. I don't know. Looks like our details are a little messed up on the stream once again, so let me try to correct this. It says we're streaming Soul Reaver, which most certainly we are not. I really need to find a permanent solution for this. Alright, that's better. Now let's head back to the... back to Twitch. To answer your question, I was actually going to be streaming on the weekend, but what happened was that one of our team members, Mika, would like to stream Dynasty Warriors, which is coming out recently, soon. I think it's called Dynasty Warriors Origins. He's a big fan, and so I decided to do a little stream today as well. So what I did was went on to our Discord, went on to our Telegram group as well, and just made an announcement like, hey, you guys, I'm gonna be streaming the same amount today as well. And I think it would be prudent for me to actually drop links to our Discord and Telegram, sorry, to our Discord channel and Telegram group here in the chat so that y'all can maybe check it out. Mm. Give me a second, I'm having a bit of trouble inviting people. Oh, well, I don't think I'm actually able to link to our Discord at the moment. Give me a second. I will send the link to our Telegram group. I think that at least should help out. Here you go. And don't worry, it's not spam or anything. Okay, anywho, let's continue on with the story. Quite keen to see you. You can hop in there to check out any updates. And in the meantime, I'll work on trying to get. I'm trying to get you a link to our Discord channel. Alright, I'm just gonna play the game for now. One of my friends is helping me out with the Discord thing. Also, wow, look at this water. This water seems like, you know, premium water compared to whatever's down there.
Take a seat. Make yourself comfortable, then close your eyes.
Alright, I'm happy to close your eyes. Close my eyes around you, Aglaya.
I won't force you, but people hope to regard one another with bare honesty when they enter a bath. Are you willing to trust me? Thank you. You can also move a little to your left. The water is warmer there.
Nah,
Now place your left hand onto the bench. Lift up your arm with your palm facing forward.
palm.
Part your fingers slightly. Yes, you're doing great. All right? It's about time I formally introduce myself. I am Aglaya the Gold Weaver, Dressmaster of Akima, and one of the Chrysos heirs of Amphorius. The trust placed in me is how I came to lead the Chrysos heirs in our mission today. My duty may be to weave lavish robes, but I most enjoy coming to these baths in my personal time. Garments are shields, after all, hiding both our bodies and what we truly think. This place, though, is where we can drop our cloaks of pretense. For the waters shall bring us closer together.
Hey, yo?
You can open your eyes now. Look, we are joined together now.
Oh, it's a gold thread.
You're not wrong to think of it that way. The golden threads of Nestia entwine us, capable of sensing even the slightest quiver. We are bound to speak the truth to each other this way.
Oh, interesting. So, like, because she did this to us, basically, we have to tell her the truth, meaning that she can dig up any information she wants, and on the other hand, she has to tell us the truth if we ask her questions. Also, I would like to note that she has this really interesting tattoo along her arm, like a sleeve tattoo, right? And she also has another tattoo kind of near her bust. It's interesting. This is the second goldish colored tattoo that I've seen on one of these one of these heroes. The first one was Finon's on his neck. And I'm guessing that it relates to the Titan that they are kind of bonded with.
About this world from me, and in return, I ask for you to promise me something.
Let's drop in the link to our Discord server. Promise me some.
Fulfill this pact between us, and you can expect your journey on Amphorius to be free of troubles.
Okay.
You learned the legends of Amphorius from those bath sprites a while ago. But that was a sanitized version that spared you from the harsh and bitter realities of our history.
Okay.
The pantheon of titans that once ruled our world has become the very affliction that eats away at Amphorius. An unfathomable power changed something within most of these
Oh,
titans,
that's interesting.
inducing their rage and madness.
So these titans were like actually pretty chill until something terrible happened that changed them. This could be a number of things in the Star Rail lore. It could be nihility. It could be I don't know. It could be the swarm disaster, I suppose, but it could also be voracity. It could be destruction. Even elation. I'm not sure. Like some people actually have done some really messed up stuff, even getting connected to the finality.
Amphorius has since fallen into eternal night,
The black tide and
the black tide engulfing our world. Arkhima is now the only city to still receive light, and we owe it to Kefali's protection. The Chrysos heirs gathered here are Amphorius's only...
Chrysos heirs. That's
People hail us as heroes, as protectors, and as deliverers.
deliverers from a horrible fate.
They are counting on us to vanquish the Titans, reclaim their core flames, topple them from their thrones, and take their authority for ourselves. It is only upon reclaiming all core flames that the miracle of Genesis can reveal itself, granting a new lease on life to this broken world. This is Amphorius's flame-chased journey. A band of heroes dedicated to slaying the gods and reclaiming the 12 core flames for the world to start over anew.
So, flame chase, if anybody doesn't know, is a term that occurs in Honkai Impact previously. There was a group of individuals known as the Flame Chasers. They were about protecting the world from the Honkai invasion. Also, I hear. I'm not really proficient on the lore, so please don't at me. But anyway, let's see. Dedicated to slaying the gods and reclaiming the 12 flames for the world to start over anew. But interesting.
With the end times before us, we are expected to lead all of our people toward the summit. Arkhima needs as many allies as possible to aid us in the upcoming battles. The two of you may be just the reinforcements that the Chrysos heirs...
We got more than two. But sure.
You must have been blessed by many miracles to say that with such unwavering confidence.
I'm not a save the world or three, you know, just saying.
I'm getting ahead of myself, but for Amphorius, I am willing to take a chance on you. I have laid my heart bare, and in return, I just want you to make a single promise.
She actually didn't, like, you know, pump us for information, which I am rather surprised by. Now, let me go off on a brief tangent, alright? There is this artistic decision that they make with a lot of character designs in this particular game, where characters have two-toned hair. Like, you see how she has, like, really beautiful blonde hair? The insides are colored specifically golden. It's a thing that occurs in a lot of characters. It's rather interesting. I like it.
Promise me to never tell the people of Arkhima
Hey,
about the
yo.
world's sky, no matter what may happen.
Why? Okay, but
Arkhima
why?
is approaching its end. I do not wish to give my people false hope. Not when we've been badly scarred by it before.
False hope of being able to escape this planet? I mean, you could.
Can you promise me that? Thank you. The agreement between us is now complete. I apologize if this ritual upset you, but I hope you understand. I had no other choice. As much as I am interested to hear your story, I'm afraid I've already taken up too much of your time. Mr. Dunhung's worrying has created ripples in the water. Why don't the both of you tour our holy city? See how
It's interesting how she says holy city in, like,
I will have your welcome gift
colons,
ready
right?
today.
Almost as if she doesn't believe that it's really holy. Right? Getting out of the sparkling water pond. How do we get out of here? Oh, so you can actually move around. By the way, you see the thing that I said about two-toned hair? Here's one. Let me also showcase some other characters who'll be like that. I think she has it too. See? But I guess a really good example of this would be, where are you, Shui? Not you. She has like blue and red on the inside of her hair coloration. Rather interesting. Anywho, where's Mr. Daniel Hung? Dan Hung. No, his name is not Daniel. I'm just making that up. When you say she, you're talking about Fei Zhao or any of the characters I showed, or Aglaya? I think all these characters are Greek inspired. They're not meant to be Greek per se. And Aglaya, I think it's very strongly, there's a lot of Greek influence going on there. The next time we see her, I'll kind of comment on it. Ah, Faye. Yeah, you're right. She isn't. I'm just saying that in this game, there are characters who have that particular, like, visual style. Yes, it's time to take some March photo. Righty, let's exit here. Yeah, a lot of characters in this game have that two-toned hair thing going on, Fei Zhao being one of them. Oh, hello! Those guys. Oh, what's this then? Oh, so it's a breakable item. This actually looks really cool. Are you? Oh, curious. Okay, what's that? Flying Emperor. Mysterious object blessed by Janos. Breaking it. Interesting.
Ooh, my hands are just itching to chop it up.
Fei Zhao has a very fun personality, in my opinion.
You are... What strange clothing and accent you have. Oh, are you the warriors that followed Lord Finon back from the frontier? Thank goodness. I hear you're both exceptional warriors, as masterful as the Chrysosairs. Nothing has been going right these days. First those minions of Nikador attack, and now this column collapses right outside our home. Can we really keep going?
Not with human effort, of course, silly.
High Priest Treeby. Oh, Kefali on high, our prayers are heard. We won't need to trouble you any further, kind warriors.
Huh? You can recite this too? Wait, did you also chant this when we arrived in Akama? Maybe you also have the ability to learn Ornyx's prayers too? Not at all! We have lots of priests here, but some are more gifted than others. I chanting. Treeby will see if you get it.
Interesting. I'm over.
Wow! You got it on the first try! You're a natural.
A miracle. A miracle fresh from the oven. Go, bring word to the bard. Frontier heroes grace Akima. Feats abound right here.
That's okay. There are many others like you. It just means you're meant to be a warrior. Ooh, you met Aggie, right? How did your chat go?
I like that she has nicknames for all these characters.
Alrighty, as long as things are going well.
I like her voice. I think it's very cute.
We are pretty certain there's more to your sudden arrival to Akima. And Treeby has never seen a priest achieve resonance with Ornyx on their first try. But with this, you should be able to clear any obstacle when traveling around Emporius.
No.
Most
The developments with the 3B trio, well, we just picked up the story exactly where we left off, so no, not yet. We just know that they exist.
Oh, right. We came by to check if you have teleslates with you. It'll be
Teleslate.
a lot easier to get around Akima with them. Yeah, we knew it. There are also Yanisopolis priests beyond the beyond Akima, like the city you're from.
Oh,
Let's see. This looks different, but it works more or less the same.
Teleslate is basically
Maybe a
this
little resonance
world's
with
version of
Ornyx.
smartphones, I guess.
All set. Now we can contact one another with our teleslates. Only in Akima, though.
Oh,
Messages
so
can be
Aglaya's
sent
golden
outside
threads
Akima
help
through
communicate.
Did you think we were some backwater people who don't understand anything? You can also use any currency you have on you. Talantan scales will determine the value of all items, so there's no need to worry about being penniless in the Holy City. Not if it's just the two of you, but if any of the council elders happen to ask, it's our little secret. Okay, time to get back to work. Have fun exploring the city. We'll see you two later.
Okay, so that was a cute scene, but I have like a little bit of a criticism, right? I think that was a really boring camera angle for that scene. They could have chosen anything, but we didn't even get to see Triby's face or the expressions she was making. I would have kind of liked it if the camera placed these three characters in a way where when they were talking, it was rather obvious. See the expressions and gestures they were making. It was a very lazy camera angle, if I found it rather boring.
A miracle fresh from the
I
oven.
wonder if I can attack that thing.
Go, bring word to the bard. Frontier heroes grace Akima. Feats abound.
My
right
first treasure chest
here.
on this new planet. Let's go.
Frontier heroes grace Akima. Feats abound right here. Does it really work?
Oh, that's really cool. What is this? Alterfly. Hey, yo, isn't that an emoji? What the heck? Imps with blessings are everywhere and Emphorius. Approach and interact to collect nymphs and bring their blessings to Aglaya. By collecting all the nymphs in the area, the garment maker will decipher in the prophecy and provide an maybe they formed it in using some AI devs, you say, and you know, I maybe, but honestly, I am more likely to believe that they just kind of, how do you say, this is one of those things where they just didn't put in the effort. This is not the only live service game that I play. Another one that I play is Final Fantasy XIV, and maybe it's not very fair to compare a free gacha game to a game where you had to pay for your subscription or whatever, right? But one thing that they do have in common is that both of these games are built around the same idea of limited animations and 3D models in a 3D space, right? With map zones and such. And there, I find that the cutscenes, they really do try to place the camera in interesting angles in this 3D space so that they're not just showing the backs of characters in a kind of way or like it's not engaging. Now, on that note, like this particular scene here, I think is okay because while we're seeing the backs of these characters, we are looking at what they're looking at. So it's kind of evocative, right? But in that previous one with Tribi, I didn't really like it. I thought that was a little boring. At least visually boring.
Oh, you're the heroes who helped defend our city, right? Damionis, saw your valiant figures in the battle. Oh, you mean to say take a photo, don't you?
They know photos?
Aha! See, you met the right person. The name's Damionis, and I may have some humble insight on travel and photography. After all, everyone in this holy city knows me as the explorer. All right, pass me your photo stone. Oh, this is an entirely foreign make, but that's not gonna stop me. I'm guessing this here and that. Easy peasy. I know how to use this now. Huh. Oh, it's no biggie. Okay, strike your poses and look this way. And we're done.
Actually looks really nice.
Well, I mean, as long as you're happy with the photos.
I didn't want to
Say,
critique this guy's photo. I think he did a good job.
I've been wanting to ask you guys something. I didn't think I'd actually get the chance, but you're not really from another city, are you? I've heard some things here and there. I mean, refugees that just came into the city are saying that the people Lord Finon picked up are from beyond the sky.
Better not to break the promise immediately. Thessalopolis? I wonder how he made that up.
Thalassopolis?
Sorry, Thalassopolis. I kind of mixed that up. Oop.
Oh, is that so? I I thought I'd finally found proof that a world beyond the sky exists.
I don't wanna rock the
At any
boat
rate,
for now.
Akama welcomes you.
And knowing this game, even if I did try, it might stop me. Very nice. I really like this visual of like golden liquid falling from this Titan's hands. It reminds me of the destruction. It's a healing one. Okay.
Cherished Eyeless.
Nympha, my beloved Nympha.
Let's leave Akuma.
A place for just the two of us.
What is with these emojis, man? What the? Hmm. I'm gonna try to ignore this, but this green-haired guy looks exactly like that photo guy. Oh, hey, you just hopped onto our Discord server? Alright, so the thing about that is that you might see that there is something called the welcome mat, so you need to read the thing and react to it to be able to see the roles channel, and there you can pick based on the games you're interested in. There's free to play, there's FPS, RPG, MOBA, Battle Royale, and there's fighting games as well. So once you pick the roles you're interested in, you will be able to see the corresponding um, channels. We've kind of set it up in a way where like you only see the parts of the server that you yourself wanna mess around with. It's something that we picked up from some servers like Star Rail, Wuthering Waves, and these kind of things because they have it set up in such a way. It could be. Alright, let me see if I can mess around with the server real quick and help you out. You should be able to see it now, I think. I've added you to the community role, and with community role, you should be able to see the roles chat, and yeah, from there on, you can kind of pick the ones that you like. I think the Me6 that we used might have bugged out. Thank you for letting us know. This is actually very helpful. Castrum. Okay, that's a side mission. I'll just come back to it sometime. I'm running around.
Ooh, nice. But surely there's something better out there. Wow, impressive.
I actually do find that rather impressive. Well done, game. Oh look, it's Finon.
Out of the shadow of the past, you've not stepped, Chrysos heir.
Guy's
The
talking
weight
like
of the core
Yoda.
you wish to bear. You must bury the past, suspend the
Cartonis, but why keep mentioning it if you already know I can't do it?
Here, your guests are.
You two! You're back much quicker than I imagined. I thought that Aglaya would keep you for a bit longer. Here you go. This is the compensation I previously mentioned. I asked the most famous Grand Craftsman in the Holy City to repair your spear. Once again, let me offer my sincere apologies for any offense I caused during our first meeting. The one who crafted this spear must also be a renowned master. I guess there's always someone greater out there. Although I still can't imagine a world outside Amphoria's. Or perhaps I've just never given it much thought until I met you two. You've probably now heard about the tripartite prophecy that descended upon Amphorius and the mission of the Chrysos heirs. For us, pursuing the prophecy is the purpose of our journey. Therefore, thinking too much about other things is unnecessary. The reason it's a prophecy is because it appeared in the form of a miracle. No one knows exactly whose will it represents.
That's very suspicious if you ask me.
There's another theory that it is the whispers of Kefali before their eternal slumber. It was the Skyfather who scattered their divine blood all over the land that gave rise to the Chrysos heirs. Of course, that is just one of many popular folktales. Please, don't simply dismiss it as silly superstition. The people of this world have already experienced the transition from skepticism to firm belief, and this transition wasn't easy to achieve. Many have paid the price.
I'm quite suspicious.
Me? I'm still seeking that answer myself. But if the gods favor me, I believe that my core flame won't be far. I'm a soldier who was taught how to fight at a young age. From the day I was selected by the prophecy, I've regarded the Lance of Fury as my goal. One day, I'll break the lance and take the core flame of strife. But discussing such a bitter topic is a bummer. I'm embarrassed since I think I'm the one who brought it up. Oh, right. Treeby mentioned that you two also use teleslates. Why don't we exchange contacts? Please, also accept these gifts as a token of my appreciation. Since the weather is great, why don't you two look around some more? I won't take up more of your time. See you later.
Ryan, let's explore a little. There's a treasure chest over.
Drink 10 vats of water every day, and sometimes it's nice to slow down a bit.
Rare treasures to buy. He didn't think that we would test out the shield. This guy is surely a charlatan. Oh, how convenient. This guy really has an answer for everything. No, the game's audio is not muted. This is like a side quest, so like they're not an optional like little scene, so they're not voiced. This is like world quests in Genshin. I just clicked on it to see what this was about. Really? You can't hear any background? It could be a stream thing. Oh, actually, according to my... Ah. I'm hearing a little flip flip kind of sound when I click. Oh my god, I don't want to mess around with... Oh, look at this! Another rewind opportunity. Nice. There's another one of the flying guys. Hey, it's Castoris.
Ah, it's our two distinguished guests. Welcome to the dwelling of the Dromases. Well, I'm also just passing by. Yes, I enjoy the air here. It's rather sweet, full of the fragrance of life. Yes. Thank you, Mr. Dan Hong.
So these two are equally just non-speakers. They should go out on a date.
Oh, this child looks hungry. Since you are here, do you two want to try feeding the Dromases?
Absolutely, we
This
would
dry
love
red
to
soil,
feed
and it's very
them.
clean. There's some over there. Since it's your first time feeding, just a small piece will do.
Interesting that they eat red soil. I guess this would be kind of like feeding a horse. Eat the feed in front of the dromas. I'm not eating dirt. But somebody, I'm pretty sure, would. I love this thing's eye. It looks so detailed with the coloring. I'm a big fan of the color teal and turquoise. So I think that coloration looks fantastic.
It looks very happy.
Makes it look
Perhaps
really
you
friendly.
could try petting it?
This really is giving me dragon more than dinosaur, to be honest.
I enjoy it a lot. You get along very well with the Dromas.
Interesting that she didn't touch it, yeah?
It
Yep.
makes me envious.
Ah, here it comes.
Me? No thanks. It's alright.
I have this feeling that if she touches anything, it dies. It's just my gut feeling based on the last experience we had with her.
Please don't misunderstand. When you helped Akama, you already showed ample goodwill. It's just that I am not too good with social contact, regardless of whether it's with people.
She
or
is
with
the death
children.
god from yesterday, yes. It's interesting that she hangs around a place that she thinks is full of life. It almost seems like she's envious of it.
Please don't take it to heart. Would you two like a photo with this child? In that case, I might be able to help. Yes, it is an interest of mine.
Interesting. So, like a death-related flame chaser who essentially likes to take photos to preserve the memories. It's kind of thematic. Yeah, you're right. She does look a little bit more approachable and different now that she doesn't conjure up dying flowers with every step.
No problem. Please place the photo stone on the ground.
On the ground, and she has to pick it up separately. Like even if
It's very cute.
even if like she touches an item you're touching, you could get affected. That's wild.
Exposure index and preset filter. Although it looks different on the outside, it actually has the same internal structure. There won't be any issues.
By the way, check it out. She has like really light purple kind of hair, but it changes color here, and it also has a different coloration on the inside. It's that dual, triple hair color thing I was talking about.
Into position.
Yeah, she really knows her
And
stuff.
we're done. I hope that you like it. My apologies. It's just personal preference. I like black and white photos. If it bothers you, I can take another photo. I'm glad that I could help. Then, I'll take my leave now. Please continue playing with the Dromesis.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're gonna find out some weird stuff about that guy too. A huge gift, you say? I love huge gifts. Huger the better. Alright, so there are some markers for places we could possibly go to. Check them out. How do we do this? Right. Let's start by going here. Something right next. Oh, it's Aglaya. Let's stay away from that. What little bro wants. Oh? Interesting little poem about the gods creating the first city. Interesting. This is the area that we were exploring previously during the conflict part where the city was being invaded. And I see your comment there, Calix. Maybe it's just part of the character art direction for the game. You're right, it might be, it might be. I didn't say it was ugly, I just noted that it was a common design element that was recurring. I personally think it's rather interesting. Some of them even look rather good.
No doubt about it.
That's impossible. This is an heirloom that's been passed down by my ancestors. Where's Theodoros? Get him over here to take a look.
Although I'm not as experienced at doing appraisals as he is, I'm very confident about this. Or I can burn it for you. You'll be able to tell once you smell it.
No way! You can't burn my family heirloom!
Yeah, that's a very strange thing to offer. Alright. That pretty much covers that, so now let's see where we're supposed to go. Ooh. Okay, it's rather far away, so rather than like running around, let's just teleport.
Hey, are you in the forum?
Forum? Which one?
The one about the rosy celestial maiden? It's getting more popular by the minute. I don't see you in there yet. Hurry up! It's filling up quickly.
Your immersion, huh? Sorry that I broke your immersion in this fantastical world where we ride rainbows from one landmass to the other.
Um, you're...
Foreigners from a foreign land.
Ah, brave warriors. Pardon me. I didn't expect you to be interested in such social affairs. But sure thing. Please, take out your teleslate. I'll help you connect to Akuma's World Wound Web.
World Wound Web. That's actually a really cool word for the version of the internet they have on this planet. I think that's it's very cool.
Got it. Please take a look.
Okay, you're right. Immersion and realism aren't the same thing. But at the same time, I also do not want to waste everybody's time by, having us manually walk everywhere. By the way, this talk of a rosy celestial maiden, right? It could be one of the flame chasers, but at the same time, Idrila the Beautiful, the Eon of Beauty, is also known to be a celestial beautiful maiden who, has a knight, has a rose motif, so. Sky Breaching Explorer, I know who that is. Zagreus Give Me Money is a reference to Hades, the video game, for sure. The 13th Titan. Mankind's greatest enemy, social media. Oh, just one of the boys. Hello. Thing is so cute, dude.
It's back to the Grand Bath.
Oh, rosy celestial maiden, you truly are a gift from the heavens, a daughter of the sun. Even Aquila cannot restrain you. Will you gently carve open the sky, if only to lead us out of this long, dark night? Who? No. I only have beautiful fantasies and poems in my heart.
Gosh. Okay.
Rosy celestial maiden. Just from this name alone, I am able to imagine your beauty. Oh, beautiful celestial maiden. Damius? Right now.
I like that there are little comments about March 7th that you can make. Where's the next one? There's somebody in the pool. Oh, what the heck? What is this? Okay, I just realized that there was like a living flame here. Very nice. But like this little guy, isn't he just cute? Oh my god. Anyway, let's continue on with the story.
Dear citizens, please stop spreading images of unknown origins. Please wake up. The Rosy Celestial Maiden is a lie crafted by Zagreus as a prank. We should follow the
Alright, Zagreus is actually a name of one of the Titans. Okay, so not a Hades reference. Or maybe it is a Hades reference. I mean, technically, Hades is a Greek mythology reference, so maybe they just pulled from the same pool of inspiration.
Damionis, that explorer who thinks very highly of
Finally, someone who knows.
but have never met him in person. Others have said he's completely crazy.
Rosy Celestial Maiden.
What's that commotion?
What is he doing up there? I thought that was only for, like, the Chrysos heirs. Yeah, we gotta go and kick him down into the you know, the regular people pool. Also, whoa, I thought those big guys were robots. This guy is actually in the pool. That's kind of wild. Propaganda and disinformation campaign, let's go.
Stop chasing after me. Don't come any closer.
I can't believe this man is about to lose his entire life over having a crush on March 7th. Woo.
That got barged into the Chrysos heirs bath?
What's all this fuss? Can't a guy run his business in peace? Can't a guy run his business in peace?
He was just shouting about the Rosy Celestial Maiden?
I'm gonna use him because he can attack a little bit further away.
Citizen, calm down. Don't do anything foolish.
Oh boy, what's gonna happen now?
The Garden of Life, the holy ground of the Bow of Rift. Are you trying to defile the gods?
Defile the gods? No, you guys are completely wrong. The wise Circes will be proud of me. Just watch.
Oh my god! Look at how cute this little guy is! What even is this? People are having like picnics on lotuses? That's really cool actually. Oh wow, and here's an orange version. Roar? That ain't no roar.
The wisdom of Circes should be shared equally by all. I, Explorer Damionis, shall put on these wings today and touch
Oh no, not a Daedalus and Icarus situation. Please don't.
beyond the sky exists.
Please don't.
That's right. Right here, right now.
Also, just want to note that this looks like a cow and I think that's adorable. Anyway, Demionis, chill.
Amphora, you're going to fall to your death.
Yes!
Ridicule me all you want. I shall prove myself and remove all doubts.
Please don't. Calix asks, how much of a role has March 7th played so far in Star Rail? She has played different roles to different amounts, right? So in the story at first, she was just an interesting character who has like amnesia as part of her backstory, right? And she played the role of comic relief, really, you know, unless of course you chose all of the silly dialogue options, in which case she played the part of the person reacting to your silly dialogue options like, really man, what are you thinking? Are you kidding me? You know? But like as the story went on, we started to see little hints of development for her. One of the more notable things was that she had a storyline where she decided to pick up the sword. In case you don't know, she uses the bow, right? So when she picked up the sword, like we had a story where she learned it. We had a whole event of teaching her how to do it, and that's why the Hunt Path March 7th exists. And I am of the opinion, right, that this is just my theory here, that we are slowly getting to the part where March will finally remember who she actually is, right? Because the history of who she is, the mystery of what she is, that kind of rhymed, is a big part of her character, and I don't think that they're actually gonna dangle it in front of us like, for several years, the way that Genshin has been with the Conria stuff. I think that, like, just like how we got to know a lot about what makes Dan Heng tick, these people are trying to resolve it. And I also do think that the sword thing with March is a kind of a hint towards her true nature, because back in that storyline it is said that, like, she was offered the chance to train as a swordswoman because someone looked at her and realized, hey, I think she's going to be a natural at using the blade, despite having never done it, as far as we know. And she picked it up really quickly, and as far as gameplay goes, she's the GOAT. So, let's see. I specifically think it's rather interesting that even though March is not on this planet right now, her presence is. We're talking about her, we're taking photos for her, so she is in the back of our minds. The writers are keeping her there. So I wouldn't be surprised if there is a big March-related revelation coming. Yeah, Mr. Demionis, please do not jump off a tall place in a pot.
My dear friends, I know that you must have your own reasons to hide the truth. I shall not make things difficult for you.
Chill out, man.
Thank you for showing me the image from beyond the sky. Now I shall embark on this earth-shaking undertaking.
Bro.
Damionis always follows through on his words.
Can you not follow through on your word this one time?
Save your words of persuasion. I've made up my mind.
Ugh.
My friend, your tone has betrayed you. I understand that you're trying to persuade me to stay.
A clever fool. That's how to describe people like him, right?
I'm almost moved by his persistence.
Save your words. Aquila, feel my wrath.
By the way, Aquila is, I think, Roman for a word for eagle. Why wouldn't you go as far as expecting a revelation? Maybe not the whole story, but I think we're gonna get something. Because, like I said, March has a strong connection to the Remembrance, right? And March is also kind of suffering some sort of weird sickness or whatever since she got near this planet.
What did you just say?
So, I was... a pact? Ah, so that's why he called you distinguished guests of a...
The thing about March 7th is that she has connections to a lot of little things subtly that hint at various things. For example, in her alt as well, in her preservation form, you see that she uses a kind of ice that looks like it's a blue colored mixed with pink color, which is what they call six-phased ice, right? In this game, some sort of like unmeltable ice. And this same colored ice appears in a preservation light cone. I think it's from the Herta shop. It talks about the remembrance path, about Fuli, the remembrance aeon, right? And that was literally a storyline involving Argenti, the night guy, basically about this remnant of the swarm disaster that essentially shows you things to mess with your mind. And that was a version of March, which was like saying, I'm the version of you who remembers everything, yada yada yada. It could have been like a little bit of a mental trick, but ultimately it implied some things about a connection to remembrance. So, and then there's the fact that she literally takes photos of everything to remember them, which is what the Eon of Remembrance does as well. So I think that this arc is actually gonna give us a little something something about March. And another point to note is that March got a new outfit with this patch as well. So there's a lot of march going on here. I'm curious to see how this plays out.
We're taking you in for an interrogation.
This is not going. He learned something that he should never have learned. We can only hand him over to Lady Aglaia for judgment. Instead of worrying about his safety, perhaps you guys should worry about the impact of the rumors. Although no one believes what Damionis said about a world beyond the sky, the rosy celestial maiden has already spread everywhere. It's all right. I think there's only one thing you can do right now. Go to Varric's Leo and share something even more interesting with him. That way, there's a chance that you can cover up the rumors. As for what happened earlier, you won't tell anyone else about it.
Of course, typical Star Rail storyline where we side with the cops. I'll just leave that one alone for now. Oh look, it's Aglaire's shop. Babe, are you a talking butterfly? Critical. I'll hold on to these memory shards until I know everything that can be done with them. I don't want to commit to anything right now. I really love this design. It's a sun, but it's also a moon, and there's a star motif going on at the same time. It's quite wonderful. There's some broken stuff. You know what to do. Use your time rewind powers to fix them. Yes.
What's Dad talking about?
I guess we're not fixing that. Oh, it's a little guy. Let's take you out. Interesting that like the time is flowing a little faster during the repair as well now that we're under the speed buff. In the world. The bathhouse. Oh my god. It's a little guy. Ah, I love him. Okay, anyway, we don't have time to mess about for now. Haha.
Who came to visit this mighty lion? Aren't you Akima's two new friends? The brave warriors from a faraway
Wow, it
place?
can talk.
Didn't anyone tell you? I'm the far-seeing eye and all-hearing ear of Akima. I see and hear every single thing that happens in the streets and alleys of this place. Brave warriors, I'm afraid that I won't be able to help with that. Rumors? As long as the citizens like it, who cares about whether it's true or not?
Don't be fooled by it. This lion loves engaging in gossip and rumors. A few days ago, when people were besmirching my tribe's honor, didn't you also turn a blind eye?
Isn't this Lord Mighty? How have you been lately?
The face of a lion, but the courage of a soulless hyena. You and your brothers will do anything for the sake of entertainment, even encouraging despicable acts such as fabricating history. There's no limit to how low you would stoop.
How could you call that a fabrication? At most, it's just a little reinterpretation. Artistic reinterpretation.
Shut it. Do as they say. Otherwise, I'll turn you into iron dust with my bare hands.
Oh, he's kind of a bro. Thanks, Mighty.
I'll fix that right now. I assure all of you that from now on, you'll no longer hear the words Rosy Celestial Maiden.
Don't misunderstand. I'm just annoyed at that lion head. Also, Finon seems to think highly of you guys. If you were to be disposed of for such a trivial reason, his weak and fragile heart might not be able to bear it. Pray for the best, outsider. Pray that this farce has not reached the ears of Aglaya.
Eccentric personality. Oh, by the way, these chests, they look like little Greek buildings, but anyway. Don't, just say it like it is, Danhung. He's really aggressive. But I suppose they don't want to be honest about these sort of things because they want to say something positive about the people who might be rolling on these characters. Perception is reality. Perhaps, perhaps.
We've been waiting here for quite some time. Even our wings are tired. Wow, you guys are well informed. You even know about the World Wound Web? Young people sure are full of energy.
Young people, she says.
It's been such a busy day. Where would we find the time to surf the web? What a strange thing to say.
I mean, they do have wings.
I hope Aggie isn't annoyed from waiting too long.
They also have wings on their boots, kind of like Hermes. Gosh, how far away is this? Area we've never been to. Better to just walk there, I suppose.
Thank you for the food you give us, great.
Oh my god, look you guys, it's 3 of those little seals. They're just so cute.
What are you folks going to do next?
Oh, and it's one of these guys. He's in here. Never mind me. I love how this looks like a little building, like the Parthenon or something. These are very nice.
I'll take it.
What's this? I'll need to read this some other time. Maybe not on stream. I just got another one. I don't understand why they look like emojis though. I wonder if there's any implication to that.
It's quite a nice place for a photo. Look, the Gate of Infinity. It's very eye-catching, isn't it? That's where we met. Oh well, the past cannot be recreated. All we can do is follow the prophecy and move forward. Those are two different concepts. We can draw upon the power of the Veil of Evernight through prayer, and then salvage necessary items from the past for our own use. It isn't actually reversing time.
Okay. Danhung is all business. I actually appreciate that. No, be another nymph. Yeah.
Wait, let me finish listening to this part.
Oh. Nice. Bernio.
Have you heard? Seems like all the rooms are full.
Aggie, we're back.
What is with all these pools? Is this like a gigantic bathhouse or
Thanks for
what?
your hard work. Is there any news from Trian?
Not yet, but we've already figured out where the deserters are headed to. With a little more time, we'll be able to track down the location of Castrum Kremnos.
Oh, he's that candid with the two of you. Castrum Kremnos, both Nikador's territory and their current abode, is a moving city-state
A
enveloped in fog.
moving city-state? That's actually very cool.
Let's talk about something less serious for now. Would you mind giving the three of us some space, Treeby?
Of course. Hope you like this gift.
As Treeby mentioned, the had no effort in protecting the holy city. I would like to present you with a gift in recognition of that. If you are to stay in Akima, you'll need a place to rest. This gift will address your troubles.
Ooh, a room?
Welcome to your private bath chamber.
Oh.
I'm glad that you're satisfied with the arrangements. Here, take some time and get to know
We
this
even get one of
place.
those seals, you guys. Oh my god. The best. God, the tapir is underneath the water. What the heck? I could fall asleep on one of these things for sure. Don't be tempted by a mere lounge chair. Now this is a fantastic view. You just sit back and enjoy.
Oh, finished exploring? I still have one last special gift for you.
Interesting little thing that the Trailblazer has over here. I didn't ever.
Come this way. I'll explain it to you.
There's something over here. There's manual. Must be one of those add flavor to the world kind of write-ups.
It's not your average wash basin. This ceremonial vessel belonged to the Chrysos heirs and is now my gift to the both of you. You have learned, to some extent, about the history of Amphorius and of the holy city Akima. Now, I wish for both of you to witness the journey of the Chrysos heirs for yourselves. In ancient times, Fegusa, the chalice of plenty, concealed the beginning of the world amidst billowing waves. When the ancient ocean priests discovered that place, they used spirit water to build a barrier in order to prevent the site from being disturbed by external forces. However, that passageway is none other than the ceremonial basin in front of you. Clear yourselves of all distracting thoughts and wash your faces with the spirit water inside the basin. When you next open your eyes, you shall witness for yourselves the Vortex of Genesis, a great sanctuary that houses the original divinity of the 12 Titans. It's also the place where the prophesied miracle of Genesis will occur.
Genesis? What that could be? Miracle of creation, miracle of origin.
I shall personally guide you into the depths. Close your eyes and hold your breath. Sever all other sounds and let my whispers fill your ears. Take a handful of the pristine water. Lift your palms in front of your chest and feel the water gently flow away through your fingers. Sink deeper and do this once more. Submerge your wrists in the spirit water. Familiarize yourself with its temperature, its touch.
Pomegranates, by the way, which is something we're seeing right now on the screen, is pretty big in Greek mythology.
Spread your fingers.
I believe that there was a pomegranate involved in the myth of Hades and Persephone.
Feel the spirit water flow against your face until all of your senses are submerged.
If Persephone, who was living in the underworld at the time, ate any of the food there, she would be stuck for the rest of her life, which I think she did.
Floating. Sinking.
And yes, to answer your question, Calix, I think that they are actually really laying it on thick with the innuendo. Like, they're really trying to tease the players, you know, trying to get them to roll on this character when she comes out next. This actually reminds you of Harry Potter. There's this thing that happens where you put your head inside this thing full of water and you get to see memories. Whoa, what the heck?
Now, I require your honesty.
I knew it! Things are picking up. I knew that we couldn't just, you know, chill and I knew that that pact thing was gonna come back.
No laughing matter. It's an interrogation.
Oh, now we're serious, okay.
While the both of you were roaming the city, someone was paying attention to your every move. Unfortunately, you have broken your promises. The Holy City's fate is as fragile as thread. I must exercise prudence in order to eliminate sources of potential disaster. I will grant the both of you another chance to mend our broken trust. The golden thread shall judge on my behalf. If you're truthful...
Maybe the innuendo and her laying it on thick was actually to put us under false pretenses.
We meet again, distinguished guests.
So who's the good cop?
Castress will be your executioner.
Oh boy.
A reasonable request. It is indeed my oversight for failing to tell you everything in time. There have always been people in Amphorius who looked beyond the skies. Indeed, there used to be a usurper nation that spared no expense in constructing skyships with the desire to break through the blue sky and reach the stars. However, Aquila's divine punishment fell the instant the fleet of skyships took flight.
That's very weird. Why are they keeping everybody trapped on this planet?
Was reduced to
Surely that can't be good for it, right? Are we the bad guys, you say? And I think the bad guys are maybe the people who's keeping everybody trapped in ignorance.
Yet, anyone who even thinks about breaching the firmament would undoubtedly...
Oh, I see. So the problem is that because the gods are against it, tempting that fate could get other people into danger.
mortals to perish. The Eye of Twilight is only one example of this. This is forbidden territory which can never be ventured into.
Okay, I get it. So because it's so dangerous, they're not allowing people to even take the risk.
Divine punishment has never been fair. As Akima's guardian, I must do the same. This is a world dominated by Titans, and that order can only be toppled by the Chrysos heirs. Therefore, the only thing that I can do right now is to ensure that the both of you remain devoted. 3 steps, Castrus.
Yes, Lady Aglaya.
I shall ask you 4 questions. Dishonest answers will cause the golden thread to vibrate, while truthful responses will not affect the thread. The number of times that the thread trembles is the number of steps forward that the executioner will take. If she isn't standing behind you after all 4 questions have been asked and answered, the both of you will have passed this test. If she is, your journey will end here.
You'll fall asleep amid the warm embrace of flowers and feel no pain. That I can guarantee.
Well then, let us begin. Question 1. Outlanders, why have you come to Amphorius?
This is the correct answer, I think. This is the truth. Allowed.
A truthful response. A step will not be recorded. Question 2. Outlanders, why did you lend your aid to Akima?
This is not a Wonder Woman whip. This is, you know, the whole, like, Wonder Woman spiderweb. Why did you lend your aid to... Interesting. What if I gave the same answer twice?
No fluctuations detected. A step will not be recorded. Question 3. Outlanders, if the current situation changed dramatically, could you eventually point your blades at Akima and its citizens?
I'm gonna go the good guy route. Oh!
Although you attempted to make a promise, your resolve didn't match your response. A step will be recorded. Final question. Outlander. An unknown but surging power
Oh no!
within your body.
Uh-oh.
Are you willing to use it to aid the Chrysos heirs in
Oh
saving
boy.
lives?
In case y'all wondering why I'm reacting like that, there is, as of the first arc of this game, a power inside our Trailblazer. This power is known as a Stellaron, also known as the Cancer of Worlds. A kind of strange. I want to say it's like a. It's like a piece of radioactive material, let's say, right? And it changes and affects everything that it comes into contact with, often in not very good ways. Like it distorts things, it corrupts them, it can take perfectly normal, like everyday worlds and just change them into some really messed up, like nuclear holocaust zone, or like, you know, do something really messed up to it. It's dangerous. It's very dangerous, and um somehow our character is able to, you know, have it inside them, and it's just chilling. And we are actually traveling to try to stop different Stellaron disasters from affecting worlds as well. It's one of the missions that we have. The question of whether we would be willing to use a Stellaron to help the people of Amphorius. Like, I want to help them. Like, that's what I think, right, as a player. But at the same time, using a Stellaron to do that could be very dangerous. It could harm you. in ways that you can't even predict. This is, I think, the answer. Whoa.
An angry threat, but one laced with uncertainty. You don't understand the power within your body either.
Do you?
A step will not be recorded this time.
Oh, that's interesting.
All 4 questions have been asked and answered. You have earned a second chance with your honesty. Both of you may continue to stay in Akima, and its citizens will continue to view you as distinguished guests. However, you must promise that today's farce will not occur again. Regardless of your choice, the Chrysos heirs will continue to follow the path in the prophecy. You may be a ray of hope that fell onto Amphorius. However, until all has been proven, you cannot be allowed to pose a threat to Amphorius. For the Holy City, I am willing to bear all the traits that others despise and use every heartless yet effective trick in the book. I respect your decision.
Hold on! Please, wait a moment.
Finan?
Aglaya, as the first person to encounter them, I have some thoughts I would like to share regarding whether they can stay.
Do, speak your mind.
When I first met them in the Abyss, I was wary of them as well, and never let my guard down throughout our journey back to the Holy City. However, during the battle to defend Akima, we fought side by side numerous times. The look in someone's eyes in moments of life and death never lies. And I was able to detect the conviction in their eyes back then. That's why I was willing to put my life in their hands. Please believe a warrior's intuition. At present, Akima is desperate for aid, and I am loath to lose 2 allies just like that.
I like that he said I am loath. That's a very nice old English way of putting it.
Isn't this what Miss Casterus believes as well?
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah.
I'm more willing to view death as a peaceful farewell than a punishment.
So 2 Chrysos heirs are willing to vouch for you. It seems my actions were too high-handed. Finan, will you fulfill your duty as host and look after our distinguished guests?
Well, I'm not good at formalities. I'll do my best.
Cass, next time, I hope you will express your thoughts openly.
I will.
Now, it's time to welcome the newcomers to the Vortex of Genesis. As you both have chosen to trust these Outlanders,
The what?
ensure they are
Genesis.
adequately informed about the mysteries concealed within.
Sorry, should have gotten here earlier. Please, hear me out before you make up your mind.
Look at those. 9. Oh. That's the number of titans that exist. Some of them have constellations while others do not. Sting.
I swear by the honor of the Chrysos heirs here, that your lives were never in danger. Before the interrogation started, Miss Casterus already sent a message to me, hoping that I would stop Aglaya.
Only a select few can sway Lady Aglaya, and Lord Finon is one of them.
Aglaya. She has long sealed her heart in ice for Akima's sake. Maybe this is the price of being a demigod. Standing among mortals, yet still so far from them. One more thing to explain. Let's not worry about that for now. You'll soon find out that Amphorius's deepest secrets are all hidden here. Well, first, kindly look upward. What you see right now is the astral zodiac of the Vortex of Genesis, divided into 12 parts that record the flame-chased journey of the Chrysos heirs. The 12 vacant signs symbolize the 12 titans of Amphorius, while each illuminated constellation represents one core flame that mankind has restored to its rightful place.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are done, and we have 6 more to go.
The generations before us paid a heavy price for that. The journey of the Chrysos heirs once faced immense hurdles and made no progress for a very long time. It was Aglaia and Trevi who rallied the Chrysos heirs from all over the world once again, leading us to re-embark on this prophesized journey.
And they are the only 2 demigods in the Holy City.
While Trevi, Trian, and Trinon are 3 individuals, I suppose they're considered one single divine essence. In the past, the Titans were the pillars of the world. Yet the prophecy's revelation is that these 12 pillars must be shattered and the world's order reconstructed. But here's the problem. After the fall of the old gods, someone must hold up the broken pillars and fill the vacant seats until the coming of the miracle of Genesis. Otherwise, the entire world will collapse before the prophecy comes true. Aglaia and Trevi have already laid their own gods to rest, making them now both human and divine, as well as the bearers of Amphorius' fate.
That's really cool.
Bringing down the Titans, retrieving the core flames, and filling the vacant seats. This is the mission of the Chrysos heirs, and I'm following in the footsteps of those 2.
Mission? Huh.
When it comes to the 12 Titans, no words can describe them more vividly than the whispers within the constellations. Why not step forward and listen to them?
I am so down, dude. I want to know more about these guys for sure. Let's do this. Let's learn about them, huh? All right. What do we got? What do we got? Okay. The Titan of Strife and Competition. Red War. Odds. Strife. The door is white sacred. Lens of coin of Zagreus. Lies and entry into the Pantheon was a complete accident. They Zagreus, God who is smiling and crying. This kind of reminds me of Aha. Right? Like the last one reminded me of Nanook the Destruction. Diversion plays tricks and sows chaos and disorder. Thanatos is the name for the Greek god of death, by the way. Titan of death and annihilation. This is finality. Lavas to wither, soil to crack, metal to corrode, flesh to turn to ash. Sorry if you find this a little, but I'm a big lore guy and I'm just trying to read this stuff and kind of absorb as much as I can from it. Right? The pillar of stone, Georios. We've heard about this one. Largest, gentlest, and most benevolent titan that protects. God of agriculture, history, creation of life, share the knowledge of agriculture with people. So Dromasses were the creation of Georios. Alright, what's next? Chalice of Plenty, Fagosa. Its core flame of ocean has already been returned. Titan that controls the oceans and storms, master of the honey banquets, capable of freely move bodies of water across any part of Emphoris as they please. A capricious and pleasure-obsessed god. Kind of reminds me of Aphrodite a little bit, with the pleasure-obsessed part. Eternal rivalry with the Earth Titan. No hope of making peace. Interesting. Bears the duty of washing clean the fields of the world. Irreplaceable joy in the lives of the people of Emphoris. It is also the god of banquets and drunkenness. Oh well, quite based. Past the art of brewing to humanity. Taught them the first songs and dances with the ocean breeze and waves. I think that's pretty cool. Joys roaming the mortal world, appears in waves and ocean, the deluge of rivers, the goblets of banquets, and interesting. And this next one is the Eye of Twilight, Aquila. Celestial of the Sky. No. I don't think that Aglaya is like Aphrodite. If you thought that that's what I was implying, my bad. I actually connect her a little bit more to the Fates, I think, because of threads and everything. Um, and I'm just theorizing here. It's not like I'm the definitive authority on all of this. I just think that there are some inspiration and connections they do draw. But anyway, coming back to this, Aquila, the Roman word for eagle, titan of the sky, celestial bodies, the cycle of day and night, is the largest of the titans. They gaze upon humanity, warming the earth and bringing life-giving rain. They can quickly transform into most fearsome calamity. Depicted as a colossal skybird with 100 eyes. 100 eyes is an interesting thing when it comes to Greek mythology because there is this mythological uh, creature called Hecaton I believe that's how you pronounce the name. Basically, it means the 100-eyed ones, right? Sorry, not the 100-handed ones. Hang on, that's not quite right. Maybe I'm thinking Argus, the watchman guy who has like 100 eyes all over him. Anyway, could be an inspiration. A bird with 100 eyes. In the war against the calamity of Titans, many of Aquila's eyes were blinded by many city-states in Emphoris are now shrouded in eternal night. Also the god of creation and invention. Interesting. Engineers, mathematicians, kind of thing. Let's see the next set. The Throne of Worlds, Kefali. We know this one. This is one of the people seem to really like. Holds up the skies, kind of like Atlas does in the Greek myths. At a top throne, but now they're the god that bears the dawn device. Interesting name for that thing that it's carrying is. Kefali was born from a combination of lightning bolts from the sky striking the spine of the earth. They were then given the deification of life. Created in Kefali's own image. Interesting. It is said that Kefali abandoned that throne over become a ray of light for the people. Romantic legend that circulates the city when the world is in crisis. Kefali will once again open their eyes and lead the people against the dark tide to create the heavens and earth war. Chalice of Gold, Nestia. Flame of romance. That's just beauty and love. Another very Aphrodite-esque idea here, often treated as a beautiful and elusive butterfly. Oh, golden patterns carved into their wings. This one kind of reminded me of Idrilla the Beauty, the Aeon of Beauty. Legend states that Menestia fell in love with the recent Xerxes. That under time decompensated spawned. Passed away crying tears of blood and rose their golden as a human the figure had, covering themselves with their broken. They set out on a journey around and furious, blessing of and finally Menestia returned from their adventures with the love of friend, family friends, their golden. Today, shadows of the past are cast across the mountains. These shadows drift like scattered veils to create memories of the past, their legacies, and the power of Menestia. Together in these threads, together to bow rift, bow of the rift, Xerxes, the smart one, wisdom, intellect, and vegetation. That's a little wrong. Authorities over ecology, knowledge, and rationality. Also interesting that each of these gods is called there, kind of like the Aeons. This is the grand holy tree. This gives me Yausha the abundance. See? Last plant in Amphorius. They have a pact with Diorios. Alright, last set. We've got the Gate of Infinity, Janus or Janus. So, I wonder which one of these that Aglaya is actually connected to. This is definitely Tribi. Passages and roads. Most. They created roads and connected cities. They guide humans to the correct path. As per laws. The, the god of doors is also the god of isolation and imprisonment. How interesting. Scale of Justice Talenton. Law and justice. Alright, now the last one. Veil of Evernight Oronix. Time and Night. The most secretive, akin to the bottomless darkness itself. Right, cool. Oh hey, I got quite a few of these. Let's try turning them in. This is basically this particular world's version of doing side activities to gather some sort of currency, and it needs 200. I got 600. Let's see how this goes. Hey, 3 levels worth. Let's freaking go. Alright. Cool.
So, did you hear it?
I did.
The first time I heard the voices of the Titans, I was just the boy playing with swords, oblivious to the meaning of life.
Wait, you know the meaning of life?
I still don't know why the prophecy chose me. But I'm grateful for it. Without this journey, I might have already become a wandering soul on the battlefield. Alright, that's enough of my story. I want to extend a heartfelt invitation to you. Join the Chrysos heirs and aid us in hunting down Nikador and retrieving the core flame from the Titan of Strife.
Okay, I'm in.
Still harbor doubts. I'll do my best to provide you with answers.
Unfortunately,
the workings of the prophecy still remain a mystery to us all. The only reliable speculation is that it favors those caught in dire circumstances and bestows miracles upon them.
Kind of like visions in Genshin.
Legend has it that the first Chrysos heir was born millennia ago. Since then, the Chosen Ones began to walk this earth. Then came the Chrysos War. A conflict backed by the gods, yet one that brought much bloodshed and claimed many heroes. By the time of my birth, the tales of the Chrysos heirs had become more like legends than historical accounts. If there are others called forth by the prophecy, I trust that fate will guide them to us.
Fate is a big thing in Greek mythology.
Armed with courage and unwavering resolve, our quest will begin as soon as Trian locates Castrum Kremnos. Without a doubt, it will be a battle to the death. Prepare yourselves.
I'm ready. I am so ready.
Path ahead is bound to be perilous, and I won't impose my will upon you. Yet, if you choose to stay, I, Finam, from Aedes Elysiae, will spare no effort to bridge the gap between you and the Chrysos heirs.
Thawing the ice in Lady Aglaya's heart won't be easy, but I will do my best as well.
We're gonna stay. I don't want to just get like a false ending, alright?
That's wonderful to hear. You truly are the hope of Amphorius. I've always believed that the journey of the Chrysos heirs is not meant to be the saga of a select few, and that we must use potential allies, especially heroic figures like you. Once we triumph in the battle against Nikedor, that should dispel Aglaya's doubts.
Lord Finon, our guests seem quite weary. Should we have them return to the bath chamber for some rest?
My apologies, I got a bit carried away. It's been a long first day for you here on Amphorius.
You are so right, bestie.
Be sure to rest well in the bath chamber. I trust that Trian will have returned with news about Castrum Kremnos by the time the two of you are fully recharged.
Looks beautiful. Ooh, I haven't said a lot, but it's been, you know, a lot to absorb, a lot to take in. Hey, look what that. It's a treasure chest. Like those.
A reward with no risk. I'll take it.
How do we leave this place? Oh my god. I wanna get out of here. Oh, hello. Total mistake, but I'll take it.
Seat at the table.
Okay. Let's try going this way, maybe.
All this free time, why not make the most of it with a game?
Have you heard? Seems like all the rooms are...
Puzzle? Oh, that's pretty cute. Dang, I like that. Then. Oh, it's a new quantum set. I like that. Alright, it looks like we get to rest one night. And that is, I think, where I'm gonna stop today's story. You know, I don't want to be sleeping and then get pulled into another, like, storyline or something like that. So let me just claim some of this stuff. Rather interesting that we didn't get to do any battles today, but I suppose you need kind of calm moments to set up stuff before you could go all boom boom pow. Survive Aglaya's interrogation. There was a scenario where we couldn't have. That's interesting. Perhaps it's like a non-traditional game over. Now, the next thing I'd like to do actually is farm some trace materials. I think I'm gonna go for Nihility one more time. I guess this would be a good chance to show off this team. I like to call this team the cutscene simulator, alright? You'll see why. Arch is gonna make her the master, the sensei. Then we begin.
Sure, I'll play along.
No dirty tricks.
Song bring us victory. I could take.
Show me what you can do. I'll never hesitate.
Fei Zhao and the people around her basically trigger a lot of follow-up attacks, hence why cutscene simulator.
Harmony and unison. Awesome.
Right, let's try this.
Time to show you what I Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less cards, what's next?
March as a hunt character is just so goated, you guys. Fei Zhao and March together are like, you know, nitro and glycerin. They're like oil and fire. It's fantastic. You might wonder why I'm not using some of the alts, and quite frankly, the reason is that I don't really have to. Although, I guess I could show some of them off, like, I like Aventurine's alt. Check this out.
Or maybe I'll take it off. Watch your head.
Love to see it, Aventurine. It's a little much to use a Fei Zhao ult on a rando like this, but Fei Zhao can break regardless of weakness stuff, by the way. I love the way that her move.
Pressing it all together. Speed is shine. Time to show you what I Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less cards, what's next?
Okay, this person is just effed. Let's try one.
May song bring us victory. Harmony and unison.
One of the reasons why I'm not using Robin's ult specifically is because there's not much of a use for it here. Because Robin's ult is most likely just gonna bring everybody's turns back, and we are killing these enemies so easily. And it seems a little pointless to me. use a phase out though, just for the fun of it. Thing about phase out, oh, this is such a waste. People who play the meta, this game in a meta way, like, are gonna just itch seeing this. One of the reasons why phase out is a little special, and I missed a crit there, is that like Acheron, she also does not need energy for her ult. She gets her ult back the more that other people in her party attack, and you'll notice that she has stacks that are growing. So at 6 and at 12 she can cast her ult. Anywho, let's continue. March. And then March again. Dead? Wow. My goodness. By the way, the damage can actually be higher than this because Robin's ult is a huge damage buff, but I mean, isn't it kind of wild that just through follow-up attacks, these people are just able to destroy these characters? This is her ult without being sped up. You might notice that she has two attack options, one for when the enemy has weakness unbroken, and the other to hit the enemy when its weakness is broken. One attack with the axe, another with her dual gun blades, and then she literally just throws hands. Everyone's dead, for sure. I'll use some of this stuff until I can empty out the energy for the day, you know? Just getting some materials for future purposes. Oh no, I forgot to do the sensei thing. That's sad. When March gives that sensei boost to someone, makes someone their sensei, whenever they attack, March attacks, and Fei Zhao is a follow-up character, so she attacks quite often. And also, can we just talk about how absolutely gorgeous she looks with that gigantic axe on her shoulders? I think that's just phenomenal. I think she's a huge cutie. This guy is dead.
The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
Very nice. Sustained, by the way. She's a single target specialist, but to single target she can do like a ton of damage. Hey, Skew Star. Been a while since I've seen you. I say that, but I saw you yesterday, didn't I? And yes, you are right. She is the current queen of follow-up attack damage. I personally really love follow-up teams because I find their animations to be really cool. But I'll be real with you, the reason why I picked her up is not because she's a damage-dealing goat. It's because this particular shade of turquoise or teal or whatever she has in her hair and her outfit, and also on her alt, like little meter there. It's one of my favorite colors ever. Maybe that's a vain reason, but like I'm sorry, when I see this particular shade of like bluish green, it just does something to my heart, alright? It also kind of helps that she is very cute. I think she's very attractive, you know? And as much as it's very valuable to pick up like meta characters in a game like this, I think long term, just going for characters that you're really interested in is the way to go, at least in my opinion. Let's go for you. March 7th as the hunt form is amazing. Now, I also want to say that March 7 in preservation form is also amazing. I know a guy who put a lot of effort into that character and built them up to be very strong. But, like, for me personally, March as a hunt character is just amazing. She went from almost being never used by me to being used by me near constantly because of how much I absolutely love her whole shtick. Oh, no skill points. Problem. Oh, that's funny. Let's go for this one. See, when it comes to hunt characters, right, the hunt path, they're supposed to be single target specialists, right? They're not really supposed to do well when there are multiple enemies on the field. But one of the things that I personally really like about characters like Fei Zhao is that because of the follow-up attack thing, you can actually take out quite a few of the characters just by, you know, using follow-up attacks on them the right way. A little bit of a waste of an ult, but when you do ult with March 7, the follow-up attack, sorry, not the follow-up attack, the enhanced attack that she does with her, with the use of her, how do you phrase this? The enhanced attack she does when she gets to 7 stacks, you can see the stacks near her portrait there, actually does more damage because it does an extra hit. But anyway, let's begin again. Oops, that was a mistake, but it's fine. I don't usually normal attack with Fei Zhao, but in this case, there was nothing to lose and everything to gain, so I was like, let's give it a try. And hey, Robin killed a character. That doesn't happen very often, but nice to see it when it does. Build a little bit of a boost, and then an ult. Nice. The way that she's grabbing her glove, dude, I think that is also very attractive. Okay, March. Ah, look at her face, it's so silly. Paused at the worst possible time. Another one. Nice. 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 I mean, might as well just drop her ult, because you do lose it at the end of the battle, so... This is massively overkill, I'm just doing it for the fun of it. That brings us to the end of farming. Let's go. I should have my dailies done by this point as well. For sure. Let's take a... That brings us to that. Thank you. Because I want to make sure that, you know, I claim everything from the battle passes. Oh, I need to actually do this. And I'll try it sometime. You know, something that I found out recently is that a new Remembrance Light Cone has been added to the Battle Pass. Now, in case you guys didn't know, when you buy the Battle Pass, you can actually get one of these light cones. I have bought the Battle Pass once in this game, and I managed to get this one. But anyway, this one. Increases the wearer's crit rate by 12%, and when the wearer's memo sprite is on the field, deals the damage dealt by the wearer and their memo sprite by 24%, which I think is a pretty decent general remembrance light cone. And why the heck is Paige out on it? And damn, she's right in the middle of her workout. Let's not dwell on it for too long. Anywho, jokes aside, have some messages about hello. Okay, contact me. New mission. Okay, thank you. Now, let's of that labor just now to see how this goes. I've been trying to fully level this character up for a little while. Just didn't have the materials for it, but I think I should be able to more than level her up max with this. Might have actually overdone it, to be honest. I think I just needed around maybe 7 or 6 more, but I'm getting 20. But hey, on the bright side, I can also convert it to another character's materials, which is equally useful. Right. Macaron Max. I don't really want to spend this on this. It doesn't seem like a very useful thing. I rarely attack with it anyways. But her damn. I'm in the process of building this character, but not fully there yet. For instance, this crit rate isn't really where I want to be, but sure, it's something. I might actually try her out another time. Now, let's see. I have a list of characters who I am supposed to Acheron in, and next character is Silverwolf. Okay, let's get used. How you doing? I don't use her very much these days, but I still think she's a real character. So we need this item. Okay, well I have that, but what if I converted all of these into that? This is something that I really like about this game, by the way. So in case you don't have material that you're looking for, you could just convert the excess you have from another character you built into it so that you can make some progress building. I've got more. I've been on a real character building, y'all. So, you know, this is something that is luckily in my ballpark or wheelhouse at the moment. Alright, cool. Now let's see how we doing. Back? Nah. Nah. Alright, so with the bugs. Bugs. Alt. Oh, it increases the defense rate. That's pretty useful. Okay, so I'm gonna go alt first, then her bugs, and I'm out of materials. Oh, that's fine. I can just farm the Nihility, the previous Nihility version game. It's yeah. So that kind of brings me to the end of my daily. So I'm gonna actually wrap up my stream here as well. Before I do, I want to say thank you so much to everybody who joined me. Thank you for Galix in the chat and also Skewer Star. It's been a while since we hung out. I say that even though it's only been yesterday, but it was good seeing ya. I personally really enjoyed today's session of Honkai Star Rail because last time it was all battles, it was like save the city, but now it's like get to know the city, and things went really well. And it's good to know that there was also a little bit of a conflict there, with Aglaya. And best of all, we got to know about the existence of this cute little guy, which is the best character, 5-star banner for this seal plushie when. I'm joking, of course. But that being said, this has been my stream of Honkai Star Rail. I've been me, right? And I hope you all enjoyed watching me play, watching me theorize, watching me just vibe with the whole game. And I look forward to seeing you all in future streams. Now, don't forget to tune into our stream tomorrow because we will be streaming, I believe it's Dynasty Origin. And it'll be Mika doing it. He has a very different style from me, but I personally really enjoy watching his streams as well. I found them rather soothing and relaxing. But either way, thank you very much, and I will see you future stream. And don't forget to like, subscribe, all that stuff, I suppose. But anyway, thank you once again. Have a good one. Bye bye.